Doesn't matter. We're here with Charlie Jacobs again. Now, I just did an interview with you, Charlie, but you were talking to these gentlemen from Fox, and you brought up something that I found fascinating that I wanted to get into further. You talked about the use of lawfare against people who report on your group. Could you expand on that?
Well, sure. I was leading a group called the David Project, which is a pro-Israel Jewish group.
Right.
And we found out that the Saudis were building a $16 million mega mosque.
The mega mosque that Mayor Menino approved, you mean?
Mayor Menino's mosque. That's Menino's mosque. And I think forever it will be Menino's mosque. And we started to ask questions about it, and we had a press conference about it because the Boston Herald had done some research and found that the founders of the group that was building the mosque and the board members were terrorists. I mean, Yusuf Qaradawi was on the board. Qaradawi is the spiritual head of the Muslim Brotherhood. We just saw him in Tahrir Square in Cairo telling people we're going to destroy Israel, we're going to destroy the West, let's pray to Allah. So we had a press conference, and the mosque leaders sued us. They sued the Boston Herald, they sued Fox News, they sued about 8 or 10 reports.
On what grounds?
Defamation. Okay. But the point is, they knew that they could never win on the defamation charge. The reason for the suit was simply to impoverish us, to intimidate us, because we had to defend ourselves. And so we went through enormous legal expenses. Our lawyers wouldn't let us fight back in public because they told us judges don't like to have their cases tried in public. And our lawyers tried some kind of technical way to defeat the law case, and they lost that. But the mosque dropped the case about a week before we were scheduled to take deposition from their most vulnerable folks. They dropped the case.
Now, when you say they're most vulnerable folks, could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, there's a man named Muhammad Ali Salam. Muhammad Ali Salam.
Muhammad Ali Salam.
Muhammad Ali Salam. Muhammad Ali Salam played two roles. First, he was a fundraiser for the mosque, but he was also Mayor Menino's man on the BRA to negotiate with the mosque over the land. This is outrageous. There's a conflict of interest, and they knew if we had put him on the stand, they would be smoking. They'd be smoked out. So they dropped the case. But meanwhile, we got 40 boxes of discovery materials, which include an awful lot of their financial records, which show that people who were, that the mosque people, the Islamic Society of Boston group that built the mosque, was sending checks to groups that were known to have links with terrorists, and conversely, people who had links with terrorists were sending checks to the Islamic Society of Boston.
Now, how is it that this hasn't been in the Globe and the Herald and the other places again?
That's the question. The Globe is politically correct. They think that if you say anything nasty about one Islamic person doing one thing wrong, then you're smearing an entire race of people. It's not a race. So they're politically correct. And we sat with the Boston Globe for 2.5 hours, their so-called spotlight team, and we showed them check after check. We showed them that the Islamic Society had on their website how to beat your wife. We showed them that the Islamic Society was bringing people in here who were teaching, who had taught that Christianity is theological filth, that Jews are trying to destroy Islam, and there was no Holocaust, and that American democracy is no good because you have to follow Allah's law, not man-made law. We showed the Globe everything. We had originally scheduled a meeting for an hour, hour and a half, 2.5 hours over there. The Globe didn't touch any one of our facts. They're factophobic. You heard about Islamophobic? The Globe is factophobic.
Well, I hope we can have you on WCRN, my show, sometime in the future, and I'm not all that factophobic, and I don't have much to be sued away from.
Okay. No, they won't sue again because they got hurt because we have all the documents, and I think lots of things have happened from that we're not privy, we're not going to say.
All right. Well, thank you very much again for